Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome along to the fourth round of AOR Project Cars 2 GT3 Leagues for Xbox One Tier 1. Tonight it is the first 90-minute endurance race of the season and we head to Road America, a track situated near Elkhart Lake in Wisconsin in the United States. A track which is really tricky technically, a mixture of high speed and low speed corners, and it should be a very fun and challenging race. I am Jess, one of your commentators for this evening, and for the first time this season and for the rest of the season, I'm joined by a co-commentator who's also going to be controlling the cameras tonight. Please welcome Clue. Hello, Clue.
Hi, thank you, Jess, thank you.
So, this should be...
Stream?
So
go ahead, Jess.
Sorry, yeah, so this should be a very fun and challenging race for the drivers tonight. What can you expect from them tonight?
Well, it's going to be tricky. I've been talking to the drivers, and it was pretty interesting. They were talking about Sector 2 being a bit difficult on this track. It's a very long track. It's going to be demanding on tires. Going to be demanding on their vigilance, and it's because it's a high-speed track. It's also going to be very dangerous overtaking. So a lot of things can happen.
Yes, and due to the fact that the weather is going to be very hazy as well, and it's going to be early morning as well, that's going to be quite tricky in terms of visibility, so should be an interesting one. And
yeah, also, if I may, on those temperatures, we're going to have a lot of changes during the race because, like you said, Jess, it's the morning, and the races are going to start on a set of tires that are going to change during the race. So we're going to expect some changes there as well. Maybe I don't know if they're going to change from soft to hard tires or they're going to stay on hard tires. But there's a lot of strategy going around there.
Yes, there are. And if you want to know a little bit about how the lap of Road America is going to work, we're going to take you on a hot lap right now, commentated by the Ace. We hope you enjoy.
So, hello then everybody, my name's the Ace and welcome along to another hot lap video for the Apex Online Racing GT3 Leagues. This is season 12 and round number 4 of the championship, and we are at Road America. We're riding on board THR Dalking's Mercedes AMG GT3 car, and we've just crossed the start finish line now. We're going to spot the braking board, the 200-metre board on the left hand side wall, down 2 gears, chuck the car in, get the car rotated on the rear axle a little bit, don't run out too wide. Now down into turn 2, we're using the Pirelli boards on the left, brake at the first board, down 2 gears again, modulate the power through the corner and on the exit, don't run out too wide if you can avoid it, because it will scrub your speed off down this next long straight. Now you've got to keep the car over to the left and then back over to the right again for the braking point for turn number 3. Again, you'll use the reference boards, 200 metres, down 3 gears, chuck the car in, watch the exit because it will bite you on the traction. Now up into turn number 4, really off-camber corner here, you've got to be careful on the power again to not loop the car round. Turn 5, quite a fast right-hander, watch the curb doesn't bite you because it will lift the car up a little bit. Down to turn 6, again 200 metre board. Stay away from the curb if you can avoid it. Watch the power on the exit as Dal gets it a little bit lit up there under the Speedville bridge into the carousel. Modulating the power as you can hear. He's now hard on it. He's going to clip the apexes pretty nicely just there. And now you've got the fast kink. So you can take this absolutely flat. Full commitment from Dalking there. and he's clipped both curbs nicely. Now he's going to move over to the right hand side to get the best braking point on the left for turn 9. Down 2 gears, again modulating the power, watching the curb on the exit. Doesn't want to be ruining the lap here. Full commitment through turn 10. And then into the final corner, brakes rather early. Gets the car rotated on the power hard, runs out wide onto the curb a little bit. And then you've got the long slog up the hill to finish the lap. And that is a lap of Road America.
Okay, so that was a hot lap commentated by Aiden once again, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we're now just in time ready for the formation lap to begin. We got 42 laps of this endurance race. Obviously, it is 90 minutes with usually around about a 2-minute 13 lap, as we've been seeing in practice by some of the guys. And as you can see from the standings, if you're new to AOR, the endurance races are reverse championship order, which means the one American will be starting at pole position with Beat in P2 and Callum in P3. And I'm going to cut right now to the action. There we go. So you can see my lovely co-commentator Klugie controlling the cameras for the first time. And it should be interesting actually, because we've got a few of the drivers who don't usually start on pole. So I wonder are they going to handle the pressure tonight, Klugie?
Well, I hope so. A reverse grid is always full of surprises, I think. Of course, it's going to be even more tricky for the first one on the grid on the championship to climb up the ladder to the first position again. So it's going to be for both sides. It's going to be, I think, a very good race. Very interesting. This is, and also the right track to do it on.
Yes, it is the right track to do it on. A few of the drivers I was speaking to last week did find it very difficult, the track. And I think we're about to get underway for the formation lap. It's not the order we're seeing at the moment, obviously, because there was no qualifying. So we're just going to wait for the drivers to make their way on the field. So obviously they'll make their way for the one American first. So that, as you can see, they're all going side by side. And they're probably in a party together with Sapple reading down the order. And yeah, as you can see, the one American is leading the field away at around about 80 miles an hour, 120 kilometers an hour. So that is the speed they need to go in this formation lap, as some of you may be new to this. And we got Beef in P2, Callum in P3, Detox in P4, Gnarly in P5, I'm an Eagle in P6, Jock in P6, sorry, and we got Copper Nut in P7, Eagle in P8, Moo in P9, Chaos Fury in P10, Sepple in P11, our last race winner last time about, Clown Chaos in P12, and Wheezy, our championship leader, who scores consistent podiums in last place in P13. And interestingly enough, Klugie, do you think Wheezy's going to make his way through the field, because he's not used to starting in last place?
Well, he's got a fast car start finish line, so he's gonna have that speed advantage that could maybe be that little bit extra that could gain him a lot of points and gain him a lot of positions during the race. The car is big, The Mercedes is a very on this track because we have some tight corners as well. So he's gonna be in a good mood. He's gonna have to keep it up, He's gonna keep it together, keep it on the track, and then maybe he will get there. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and also the other guys are not used to starting at the back. Clown Chaos as well, but he's not been very consistent in terms of positions. Obviously, he DNF in the second race, but he won the first 3. So every race that he actually finished, he won. So he's looking to score even better than that as well. So obviously this is quite a long lap. So it's going to be a very long formation lap just to get the cars in the right temperature as well, as everyone is weaving around everywhere. And it'll be interesting to see what Moo does as well. Moo was suffering from a few difficulties last time about, and suffered a few glitches as well, which was a bit sad because he obviously won in the second race, but had a few collisions and issues in the third race. And obviously we don't really like seeing people having issues. So maybe Moo can bounce back, the likes of Gnarly as well. One American is looking to see if he could hold on to his pole position, and you never know, he might do it. And I think everyone is just about to go into their, they're in their formation point, and they're going in a 2x2 formation. I'm looking forward to this race. It is a nice sunny day here, and I wonder if the tyres are going to get hot as well, Clue.
Well, they're not hot right now, but they're going to be very, very hot. There you go. And they're going to be, very tricky. Their tires are gonna need to be very, very consistent. And the input the drivers have on the car, on the tires, is going to be very crucial for them to sustain good laps and good times and good corners.
Okay,
so
and
tire strategy.
So we were underway here in Road America. Sorry about that, as One American's already had a very good start up front, already pulling away, and we also got Callum in second place. So Beef has dropped it all the way down into P3 right now. Not the best of starts it would like to be for him, and already Clown Chaos is quite still where he is, but Moo has dropped it down into P13. So it's kind of like a commentator's curse in a way. I said that I was hoping
we got a lot.
Do well.
We missed the action there, but we're gonna. It's a lot of action going on right now on the track. Got a lot of cars very close to one another. Oh, Gnarly and his Eagle, his co-pilot. Oh, going outside there. Oh my God, there's a car. It's Callum. He's on the green. Let me see.
Yeah, I think, Callum's dropped way down in order at the moment. It's not the best of starts for him at the moment, but Eagle's made some decent ground as well.
He has got a lot of damage there.
Yeah, look at Callum, his damage.
He's going to have a pit stop right away, get his car in order. A lot of action on the midfield.
Yes, indeed. There's
exit also.
Chaos Fury has dropped positions all the way down.
Yeah, it's a very, very tricky first. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah, it is. It's been tricky already, I must say. It's very, very. It's just hard for the drivers to get to grips with at the moment. Like they said, we're already seeing lots of. There's a cone thrown all the way as well, and I think there's someone behind Detox. That's Eagle. So already Eagle has gained some decent ground as well. People were saying in the chat that they couldn't hear you as much. I turned you up, so it's probably my fault. But we got side-by-side action with Detox, and I think it is not. Oh, there's been a contact. Someone's been forced off wide. Detox is on the grass at the moment, so he's got to be careful. He almost made contact with the guy behind, but the one American has made a dream start right now. He's in the lead ahead of Beat, already 4 seconds, so he's definitely got what he needs. It's already Clown Chaos has some trouble, Callum has some trouble, and they are in the pit as well. So very, very bad for them as they have to make up some ground, and due to the fact that it is a 90-minute race, it can definitely bring some chaos, as it were, literally chaos, in some way as well. But Eagle all the way down into 3rd place. And we do see Callum in the pits, and we did see someone go off in the grass as well. I didn't see that clue, but I couldn't see who. I think it must have been one of the Lambos that I saw in the grass as well, as I think it was, I wasn't sure, but anyway, Gnarly is in 5th at the moment. He's going to challenge for P4 as well. The midfield are pretty close together as far as I'm aware, Clue. Clue? I think his mic's muted. I can't hear him unless he can hear me. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully it'll be sorted soon. as we've got Gnarly trying to make up some ground here, almost side by side anyway, and Wheezy, he's not doing too bad. Wheezy's in 8th at the moment, so he's definitely doing well under the pressure. He's coping really well as they're going for the uphill section right now. All of them very close together, and Eagle got a podium last week, so he's probably going to expect some more podiums if he keeps this up. And we got Gnarly as well. All I can hear from Clue at the moment is his controller, not his mic at the moment. So, as we got side-by-side action with... Oh, who was that? I wasn't sure who that was in front of him. That was Chaos Fury. I think Chaos Fury just made his way past Gnarly. Yes, that was not... Yeah, that was Chaos Fury to go past. And Jock's right behind him in P4 as well. So very, very tight. We've got a battle for P2 as let's just go on the cockpit of Eagle for a minute as he is around about, I think it's about, oh, Beats is struggling. He's just on the side. Oh no, he's not having the best of races so far, but meanwhile Detox is having not too bad of a race, but he still needs to make some ground. We're already seeing people already go off the track, which is not the best situation to be in right now, I must say. And it is quite tricky to get your head around it. And I'm wondering if I think the trouble is I don't think Clue can hear me. Hold on a second. That's probably why. I think we may have to switch audios and go in the Xbox party instead. That's probably what we're gonna do. Because we're on Discord at the moment, but I think my mic is probably cut off on Discord, so that's probably why you can hear his controller, but you can't hear him at the moment. So we'll fix it. But anyway,
can you hear me?
I can hear you. But can you hear me? Oh no, you can't. Right. So whilst we migrate over, we've got some battles going anyway. I think Jock is still under pressure from, I think, Jock as well. So what I'm going to be doing is it is the first time we're streaming together, so there may be some teething problems, but I think Discord is known for me to glitch out a little bit. So what I'm going to be doing is...
Hello?
I'm going to be doing this a second. I'll just find a different way. Just give us a second as I try and find another way of speaking a minute. So, oh. That is weird that he can't hear me, but don't worry, I will try and find another way at some point.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. But you can't hear me.
Hi, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, God.
Hi, do you hear me now?
Do you hear me now?
Right, okay, so, can you hear me, Clue?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Right, so we had to switch to an Xbox party because my Discord cut off for some reason. So we're back in business, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we are back to normal as we've got some more battles emerging, haven't we?
Yeah, I've actually seen while we had mic problems, I saw the Chaos Theory going completely, Clown Chaos going completely outside. Bad luck there. He lost it on corner 5. We've had discussions with the drivers yesterday, like I said, and a lot of drivers we're discussing those corners and discussing how those corners will be critical for this race. So not astounding that something happened there, but still a lot of bad luck for Chaos. He's going to have a lot of trouble recovering that, and but he's still out there, so it's a long race.
It is a long race, and if they get it wrong, they'll have a long time to recover ever so slightly. And Callum started in P3, I believe, and he's dropped it down into P13, so he's already pretty much a lap down. No, actually, no, he's not a lap down yet, but he will be, won't he?
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of trouble recovering from that crash. I mean, look at the car, look at the situation. He has he had like so many laps to go, and it's horrible. I wouldn't be in his position, but he's out there. He's fighting for his position. He's fighting for the championship. Let's see what he does. And he's driving pretty cool, pretty smoothly. He's doing corner per corner. Not bad at all. I got some activity here on midfield again. We got Detox getting close to Gnarly. The pack is still close to one another right here. What do you think?
Yeah, they are, and we could see a potential battle soon for P1 and P2 as well, but the midfield is probably the closest battle we are seeing at the moment. Detox is around about 2 seconds behind Gnarly as well, and as we said, the corners that you can possibly overtake. Detox has gone wide a little bit there. A lot of people getting caught in that corner tonight, probably due to the tyre temperatures, and turns 1, 3 and 4 is probably the easiest to overtake. If you overtake somewhere else, it is going to be much harder to do so. So I can imagine how hard it must be just to make some moves. But obviously, it is not one in the first corner, the first turn. And they have a lot longer to get into the rhythm, get into the groove. And we may see time start to tumble a little bit. And that's because the gaps do start to stretch as well in endurance races. And we will probably see a lot of blue flags. As Gnarly nearly went on the grass there. As Detox is right on the back of... I can't remember. It's Gnarly. He's going to try and make a move into turn 1. Doesn't quite make it on this occasion, though. Stays where he is. For now, he could get another chance going into turn number 3. They're side by side at the moment. Gnarly's on the defensive though, and he keeps it clean, keeps it together, and he stays P5. And he's got a couple. I think he's got another chance to do it under that bridge coming up soon, as well as he looks like Detox was going to take the right hand side there on our screen. Obviously, their left, our right. As is he going to squeeze Gnarly? Oh, this is ever so tight to get the entry in, but it is very, very close indeed. But it's a nice clean battling from those two. They know their limits pretty much, and Detox is really on the recovery here as well. The closest battle we're seeing on track as well, which is nice to see. And the next few corners are very hard to overtake. So if Detox does make the overtake stick, that'll be amazing. But I think we got some battles right up at the front, Clue, with P1 and P2.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually waiting for you to finish there. We got some really nasty activity on the front. The One American followed by the Eagle. The Eagle actually showing some very good times this week. I've been following, of course, a bit of practicing, and he's doing some really consistent times. Even though he's not really. Oh, and there he goes. Taking position 1 very neatly due to a mistake of the One American. So like I said, this guy is actually not very confident, but still making very good lines. Look at that. First line on the straight and going for it. Nice.
That was a very good move from Iron Eagle there. He wants to make the challenge. He got a podium last week and he's now in the lead. So
exactly.
Very good for him as well. And we got the One American and Wheezy doing very well this race so far. Still in very good positions. Wheezy making his way through the field. One American still battling. It's just great. It's great to see him up there. And also Chaos Fury as well in third. So that's going to tighten up just a little bit as well. I wonder how Detox is catching up to Gnarly though. I'm trying to get understand these abbreviations because obviously I'm not doing the cameras anymore. And it's Detox looks like he was going to make the move, but this time he takes R left there, right. Oh, almost a bit of contact again.
Ooh.
I think Detox cut a little bit at the corner. Would he let? I guess he would have had to let him through, Clue, or would, because
Yeah, definitely. He was actually, he needed to let him through because he was way beyond his car. Even though on the you could think on the outside, can I fit in? If the car actually exceeds your car on the front, you have to let it go. And even though it would be much too tricky for Gnarly to start pushing him on the outside and creating something that they couldn't recover from both. So a very good move actually from Detox there. Very nicely overtaken from the outside, which is pretty remarkable on that corner.
yeah, it is just quite hard to make the move stick, and he absolutely does it as well. So very impressed. But meanwhile, Seppel has got a time penalty.
Yeah.
He's the first person to get the time penalty, and we'll find out how much it is at the end of the race. So that's a bit sad from Seppel, to be honest, to get that penalty. But hi, the gaps are starting to increase a little bit. Looks like the audio is fine now. It's not cut. Clue's audio's not cutting up for me, and Clue can hear me. So looks like we're all sorted for the rest of the stream. So that is good. So
yeah.
so I think for
We've
now
got
on,
that solved. That's good.
So for next week we will use Xbox Party. We wanted to try Discord because obviously the latency and all that, but that didn't work out. Probably because I'm in the UK and you're like somewhere else, and yeah, that's probably because of ping and stuff.
We're not in the same time zone, which is actually remarkable as well.
Probably because I'm hosting the call and obviously the stream lags and stuff like that. So, but anyway, enough about that. Clown Chaos, let me just see where he is. He's still in 12th. So it looks like every other round he's not having the best of races, because the second race he didn't have a good race, and this race he's not having a good race either. So maybe
I think I'm going to go to Chaos Theory here.
Yeah.
He's actually getting up on that on our friend, the One American, and I think he's going to look for a shot there.
Looks like he is, actually. He's not that far behind him. He's around about 4/10
on the
per
carousel.
second.
Yeah, he also has his lights on, by the way. Chaos, he's always got his lights on. He's getting pretty close there. He's fast. He's really consistent. You can see that he's very confident behind, and he's gonna try and get a look at that. One American on the defensive, on the inside. Oh, that's very close, and he takes it on the inside. He's going to accelerate, and there he goes, very nicely overtaken of Chaos Theory on the One American, which is astounding. And he's going for it. He's going for that first position. He's going for it. Really nice. Look at that, already catching up on the first one. Like I said, those Mercedes, they have the speed advantage on the straight. They really do. And he's got that car really tightly under control. What do you think, Jess?
Yes, I think so. He's already clawing in like a few tenths already just in his lap. He must be on lower fuel than anybody else, or the fact that he just has a faster setup, which I think he must have a faster setup. So this is another corner which you can overtaking. So this could be Chaos's chance to take the lead. He was in last season, and Callum's in the pits once again, but I don't know what's happened to him. But let's concentrate on this. Side by side for Chaos Theory. He's going to take the right, right there, left-hand side, and he does it. What a move from Chaos Theory. Another
second time on that corner, huh? Second time we see some really extraordinary overtaking on corner 5. Everybody's back on a defensive, so taking on corner 4 is the right spot to do so, because on the second sector on this track it's going to be very hard, even though they're really side by side. I mean, very close to one another right now. They're not going to do or try anything, I think, in this sector. Sorry, cut you there, Jess. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you haven't cut me at all there. I was just agreeing with what you said. But yeah, Chaos Fury is on a charge. And I've just read someone in the chat. It felt like that it might be just them, but I don't know. But does Eagle have suspension damage? Because it looks like he's losing a bit of time. But I don't know. Well, I don't think so.
Let me see.
But
well, he's losing a lot of time on about a second already behind Chaos Theory. Might be. He's got a pit stop to go. We're on lap 10. Yeah, I think it could be something on the suspension. Maybe something else. We'll have to wait it out and see how he evaluates on the track.
Yes, hopefully he does okay and catch up, because otherwise we're going to have the one American on him again. But I think we've still got battle between Gnarly, Wheezy, Detox as well. Wheezy's 8 attempts behind Gnarly, so this could shape up quite a lot here as we go into lap 11. Yes, we're on lap 11 right now. Chaos Fury still leads the way. Detox is going to try and make another move on Jock, I think it is. Yes, it's Jock.
Yeah, it's Jock.
I think Jock's in the Audi on the Merc. I can't really tell from the livery. I think it looks like he's in the Audi. I might be wrong, but Cobbinut is going for his first pit stop. Don't forget, you do need to take a mandatory pit stop. Jock already he's under pressure, so he's got to make that. He's got to try and defend as well, because he's around about 6 seconds behind in One America. But Detox is a person he's got to worry about. Detox will almost look like he was going to make the move again there, and that would have been really nice. But I think he was a little bit too further back to make the move at the moment. Moves fastest lap already is a 3:11, so either he might be in the pits or he looks like he's struggling. But Detox, he's having a time of his life, battling with people. He's not letting what happened earlier on in the race phase him. He is having his own race, and he's battling and he's gaining position. So that is what you got to think about here in Road America as the track gets hotter as well. Don't let the past weigh you down. Just concentrate on the race, and that's what Detox is doing in the Lambo, which I absolutely really like as well. And hopefully he'll have a much better race as he's done the last 2 races. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fastest lap right now, the last lap, is set by Chaos Fury, so he's already pulling away massively there. 3.1 seconds. I wonder if Detox is going to challenge Jock for P4. Is he going to do it?
Well, I think he's going to. I mean, yesterday I heard him say, this car, the only thing you need to do is keep the horns of the bull. That's it. You just let it go on the track and let it do its thing. I think he's really holding on to that bull the way it should, and he's getting really excited, I think, and doing the right steps. Look at that. He's really gaining consistently across the other drivers. Going to maybe get that position on the inside. And look at that. Beautiful overtaking on the first corner. Very high-speed corner, 3rd gear. And he just did perfectly overtaking Detox in position 4 right now, right above Jock.
Yes, and
Seppel, of course, also on, I think, a bit more the defensive. What do you think, Jess, about Seppel's going on this race?
Yeah, it looks like because of his penalty, he's more really trying to defend, but this is more than attacking at the moment. But he's right behind Gnarly, so he could get the attacking done. If he wants to gain position, he really must do it now, because obviously he's going to try and do it now. It's going to take the same move as Detox. And Gnarly's on the defensive. Oh, Gnarly's went
going
wide.
on the outside. Oh.
He's struggling. What a spin from Gnarly. Holy moly, he's struggling. His tyres must be struggling a little bit there. So, Seppel up into 6th place. Gnarly's nowhere to be seen. I think 8th. And Wheezy's overtaking him now. And Beaver's not going to be that far behind him either. He's run about 5 seconds. So, Gnarly's already losing a bit of time. So, that is a bit of a shame. But we could see, I think Jock is still right behind Detox as well. Again, around about 1.2 seconds. Oh, no! Detox is in the grass. A lot of
getting
people...
a bit too excited there, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people are getting caught out there tonight, Clue, aren't they?
It's the kink. It's the kink, Jess. They're losing it on the kink. The kink is actually right beyond that carousel. You have that small kink. It's bend 11. It's corner 11, sorry. It's that small bend that you just want to go that full speed in, but you can't do it. You can't pull the car in that corner. So you have to relieve the brakes. You have to let the car go into that corner on its own. And I understand the drivers like saying, okay, now is the time. Now I have to do it. And look at that. I think
One American's going
the
his
one
pit
American,
stop.
good choice,
And
mid-race.
yeah, but he's had a
I don't think
very
he's
good
going to
race.
change tires.
Yes, he's had a very good race so far. Trouble-free, I say. And probably the positions that he lost mainly was because due to his tyres. So him changing new tyres will probably be best. So don't forget other people still yet to pit. So he's still going to be in a good position. And he has been doing better this season already compared to other seasons. So quite impressed with how he's coping. Even though he's at the bottom of the pack, he could possibly go off the bottom if he keeps going the way he is going. So well done to him right now. And Cowsbury's 6.4 seconds. He is on a roll. But Detox is on a roll as well. He's due to the incidents that happened behind him and stuff. It is allowing him to pull away from Joxay. He's around about 2.1 seconds clear of him right now. So he's quite comfortably in P. Oh, I lost him where he is. P3 right now, because obviously the one American has pitted. So he's just got to concentrate on making sure he can keep the car home and get it steady, really. And that's what he's doing right now. So very, very impressed with him on how he's doing so far. I'm just seeing if there's any other battles, but there are not many other battles at the moment. The one America's been in the pits for a long time, but he's gone out now. Yes, he is, and he's coming down in P9. He got a penalty. He must have got a penalty at the pit stops for speeding. I don't know, but again, we'll check at the end of the stream what's happened. But I swear he didn't get a penalty before the pit stop, so he must have got a penalty due to the pit stop. And someone was, because Eagle is streaming his POV on his chosen platform, and he's losing 2 seconds a lap because he does have a suspension. So he does have suspension damage clue, and that's why he's losing a bit of time to Chaos, and that's why Chaos is pulling away.
Well, actually, he's keeping it really, really tightly together, honestly. If he has that trouble and keeping that wheel straight, keeping it on the right angle every corner, it's really exhausting, I think, for him. Doing all that practice on the right settings and doing this right now is really exhausting, not only for the car, but for him as well. So if he's going to keep it, he's going to have to pit soon. He's going to have to look at that damage. Even though the risk is to lose a minute, maybe two, he's going to have to do something there.
Yes, he's got to, but the thing is, when he pits, he's going to have like around about loads of seconds waiting for repairs as well. So it's going to be a very long pit stop. So he's got to make sure he closes the gap a little, make sure the gap is reasonably well against the other people, because otherwise he's going to lose positions, and already Moo's been lapped. So, which is, I think he needs to pick up the pace a little bit, Moo. But Joxay, he's already losing a bit of place at the moment, but he's pretty comfortable, and I don't think he's going to lose positions anytime soon. So we could potentially see people going to the pits soon as well, but it depends on if they want to do it on less fuel. It doesn't matter when they pit, as long as they pit. And I wonder how much fuel they're on actually, but we will check later on as well. Beats in 8th, so he's not having a good race. He's dropped from, I think, 2nd to 8th, but I think he's one of the guys where the pressure has got to him, and he needs to focus a little bit more. As Clown Chaos is going to the pits as well. His 2nd pit stop. Oh, is it me, or is there a little bit? I don't know. There's a little bit of damage on this. Actually, no, it might be his livery. I can't really tell.
Yeah, you saw it right, Jess. He's got some damage on the front. I don't know how his damage settings or his repair settings are on this moment. But he has another struck down. I mean, this is almost yeah. It's too bad to see this good driver see in this slump again.
Yeah.
Let's hope he can get some positions and keep himself tightly in this championship. And yeah,
It is
we
sad
got
to
some
see.
activity
It is
on the one American.
Yes, one American is currently in P10, and there's still people alongside and that haven't pitted, so he's going to be on newer tyres, and he's potentially going to get the move done on copper nuts, because he's already increasing the pace ever so slightly, which is good to see, and he's mainly been defending, but he's got to concentrate on attacking, and it's probably going to be turn 4 again, or turn 5, so maybe if he potentially gets it done, and he could, but no, he doesn't. He's a bit further back at this moment to get it done, so he stays where he is right now, as it's very, very, very tight kink coming up as well to get it possibly done, and he can still get some good points if he stays where he is. I'm not sure how long a litre of fuel does last in the race. Not entirely sure, but they do last for quite a while.
Is that a question?
Yeah, how many litres of fuel do like how many laps does fuel last
That's
usually?
a good question. I think it's about 3 liters a lap, but I could be wrong. I think between 2 and 3 liters a lap.
Yeah, and can you get the speedo up so we could see the amount of fuel people are using? Because I think it'll be interesting. So I think that's why I like speaking about an endurance race actually on fuel as well, because it's 90 minutes. Here we go, as Seppel has got a decent amount of fuel at the moment, so I think all they just got to worry about is tyres. I think the tracks they've chosen for the calendar is not really that fuel heavy. It is fuel heavy, I mean it's not very fuel consumption, that's it, not that consumptive, that's it. So I think they're going to be alright on fuel, it's just if they can manage their tyres ever so slightly, they should be okay, but Chaos, I think, still yet to pit, but he's having a good race anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ron America's still closing in, but I don't think he's going to... His nearest rival is Moo, but he's 25 seconds down the road, so he's on full attack mode. He doesn't have to go in defensive mode at the moment. He's quite in a happy mood, quite in a happy place at the moment, so also Seppel not far behind Eagle as well. Is Seppel going to catch up to him as well? And also Detox as well. Who is doing quite well in second, but yet he's still yet to pit as well, as he's on 66.9 litres of fuel. I think pretty much they can get through to the end on this fuel, I think, because they use 3 litres a lap. Yeah, they can, I think, they can make it, because they've got around about 20 or so laps-ish. No, 25 laps-ish to go of the race, so they can do it.
Yeah, so 27 laps. It's I think the fuel issue is going to be okay. And fuel strategy in this race, I don't think it was that important, even though the weight of the car, of course, is influencing on the top speed and on the straights. This race is very, very difficult. To say the least, on the cars, having that little extra grip with that little extra weight on the back is not that bad either. So I think, to be sure, let's take it all in. Let's take a full load of fuel and see what goes on. Would be a good choice.
Yeah, and that's what most of these guys are doing right now as well, and I've just noticed something. We have a retirement, and I think it's Callum. Callum's out, so I don't know what happened to him, but he's out of this race. So it might be the damage that he had earlier on. I don't think we've noticed, but I'm sorry we didn't notice before. But yeah, Callum's out of the race, which is unfortunate.
We've got our eyes on the cars on the track, of course.
Yeah. Eagle
and
seventh.
it's obvious, yeah.
As he's not doing. Oh, I thought we saw someone go wide a little bit there, but that was just probably someone getting the corner. So I think it might have been Seppel. It might have been Seppel, but he got the cards again and he's okay. right now as he's going to catch up to Eagle quite closely if he can. He's because Eagle's pitted. I think Eagle's already pulling away more than Seppel at the moment. Seppel's losing a bit of time, but Seppel still yet to pick. Because obviously his tires are very, very hot right now. As we're on lap 17, Chaos Fury leads, and we got Detox in second. Jock in P3 doing quite well as well. And yeah, like I said, the gaps right now are starting to increase. They're starting to get into a rhythm, and that's what we see in all endurance races at the moment. And sometimes the availability of the sun, because it's very low down in the mornings, is quite tricky. They just got to get their head around it. And Joxay, if he keeps it up, he could be on for his best result of the season in P3. So he's looking like to be very good at the moment. His next challenger is Wheezy, 8 seconds down the road. And obviously Detox, who is around about 8 seconds down the road. 10 seconds. So yeah, but obviously Detox is making sure that he can challenge Chaos Fury for the win. But already Chaos Fury is having a league of his own, so he doesn't need to worry about that. Anyway, I wonder why Chaos Fury is having such a good race. I think he's got the strategy right from day one, already climbing his way through the field. And obviously the one American in P10, he's done the exact opposite. So I wonder what has caused Chaos Fury to have such a good start, Clue. I mean.
Well, you're talking about Chaos Theory, of course.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this guy knows how to handle his car and knows how to tame it on this track. Knows how to also look at his fuel. Also, this guy is on the track from the beginning, making consistent laps, making consistent times, not going too far and going too wide. He's doing it neatly, just like I think he thinks about it also. And so this is a very consistent driver, very, very smooth, gaining a lot of time on the total grid, and now in the lead. So I'm actually interested in how he's going to do his strategy, his pit strategy, see how much time he loses and how much time he's going to have to recover from that, and on his total position. He's going to be in traffic somehow at some point of the race. So let's see how he handles traffic. But now I say this is a definite winner.
Yeah, at the moment, but don't count your chickens before they're hatched. We don't want any commentators' curses. But yeah, he's looking like he's going to win the race straight away. So very good as well. Meanwhile, though, battle for P9, one American, 1 second behind Coppernuts. He's doing very well. At one minute he was slowing down a bit on pace, but right now he seems to be catching up. He seems to be getting a little bit more speed on the corners by the sound of it, which I think that's what his setup is geared to be. Obviously, no changes of no wet weather, so he's not able to compromise his setup a little bit. And even though he obviously started from pole, he's dropped a few positions, but it's quite natural. He had a very good start, but he is gaining. He's not losing any time at all at the moment. So if he can stay where he is at the moment, it could be a good result for him, and he can still get some valuable points. Because I think the main goal of these endurance races is to finish, really. If you do finish, it's like pretty much very easy. I haven't seen much endurance races in Road America, and they're quite nice in a field to watch, but quite difficult for the drivers, like I said. Like we said earlier on, he is very closing out the one American, though. He is on a flyer lap at the moment. His fastest lap is a 2:11, and 0.2, 2:11.5 for Coppernut. So it looks like he's already faster than Coppernuts. So I think the one American may have the slight edge going to the last few sets of the lap, but obviously the next few corners are hard to overtake, so I don't think he's going to overtake just yet. And yeah, looks like it does look like one American is faster than Coppernuts right now.
Yeah, I think Coppernuts is also starting to wear his tires, starting to also feel the pressure from the one American. He's getting really close there very good to see how on those long races we can still have those pushes and those pulling between the drivers, which is very interesting. And the Lambo is very fast. It's a very fast car, and it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be really. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yes, we'll all keep an eye on that Lambo car as the race progresses as well, as people have chosen cars based on the tracks that they got this season, and it is quite surprising that the Ferrari hasn't been chosen, even though it's the first season available, but mainly because the Ferrari is not that suited to most of these tracks, so probably that's why they haven't chosen it. But one American hasn't got any damage at all already this race, and that is an achievement in itself, so very impressed with his performance as well. Gnarly, he's in P5, and I think his next challenge to try and defend his beast, but he's in P6, so Gnarly's alright. He can cope with the pressure. I think he can concentrate running his own race and surviving. If he keeps his pace up, P5 is pretty much set for him right now, as it is starting to get quite tricky out there as we're heading into this. And we do have a battle for I think one American's still catching up. I think it's going to be close. I wonder, but again, these next few corners, they are tricky, so I don't think they're going to make a move just yet, but they might prove us wrong and just make a move in one of the tricky corners. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think the one is actually waiting for the other one to make a mistake there. I think it's like a battle of attrition, and also a battle of like, are you awake still? Is this you really need to keep your head on, even though you're on the offensive or the defensive side. So, like for example, this Canada corner, it's very tricky. You can get close, you can get far. Now they're on the last bend, getting on that last corner before the straight. They're looking to gain, like the one American is looking to gain those extra yards and those extra meters to get close to him, because he needs to get close to him to be able to overtake in a corner, or maybe on that first corner. So he's maybe missing a bit that horsepower that he needs to get in that position, and I hope he can get it. So this will maybe be a good evolution for him, but they're a bit too far from each other right now, even though the seconds give us another indication before he will get that chance. But we'll see, because a mistake is very, very fastly done on this track. So and like we've seen before, a lot of things can happen, and this is very interesting to see on those very long straights. Look at that braking all over, and in second gear, getting back out there, looking to get those extra yards and getting closer to the Nutcracker.
I like it how you call it the Nutcracker. I swear you've been coming up for nicknames for some of these guys, but you were in a lobby with them last night whilst they were practicing, so you had a chance to think up nicknames.
He's a tough nut to crack on this track. Look at that. He's defending that position, and that's very, very cool to see. He is what's his official position right now on the grid?
He's in at the moment. He's P9 on track at the moment.
He's P9. So and in the championship, what's his position? Help me out,
in
Jess.
The championship, P7 at the moment.
7th.
Before this race.
Yeah. So he's hanging in there. And he's doing it perfectly. I mean, this guy is just racing, and that's beautiful to see. He's taking those corners very seriously, keeping his position, keeping his pace on. Oh, we got activity on Bees right now, who lost his aileron, by the way. Jess, do you see what I'm seeing?
What? What are you seeing?
He lost his back aileron, his spoiler.
That is very strange. Very strange. By the looks of it. Oh, he's losing it as well.
He's going outside.
He's losing it as well, so he's lost a bit of time. Oh, that is very unfortunate there from Beats. But if he gets it together, then he can improve ever so slightly. And Eagle seems to be alright covering from his mistakes. He brakes just right here on that little hairpin there, so he's doing alright, but Gnarly's around 17 seconds down the road, so he's got a little bit of a challenge, I think, if he wants to gain some ground by the looks of things. So he must do it, and you know, I really just realised I think you can hear more of me and Clue than the game audio, so I saw that out earlier on, so it's all sorted now. But anyway, Gnarly is in P5 right now. Yes, he is. He's in P5, so go for that uphill straight. No clear battles at the moment. We just have to wait and see how One American and Coconut do. But it's just the fact that he's holding back at the moment on Coconut, and Coconut's already pulling away. And I think Chaos Fury's about to lap them, I believe. The One American and Moose, Coconut. So I think the only people that are going to be on the leading lap is pretty much going to be top 7. Not into. No, I might be wrong, but yeah. So I think it's going to be very tight. We're already halfway through this race already. That's how quick it's gone. So I think we're pretty much, almost an hour in to this race. So yeah, we're pretty much almost an hour in anyway. So, and they're doing well. Beater's in the pits, so he's going for his pit stop.
Yeah. And actually very justified. I mean, he's got a lot of damage, so he's gonna have to recover there. What he's going to do, I don't know, but he has to defend his position. He has to get those points. He needs to get those points to stay in the championship. Oh, we got activity on
One American.
On the One American again. But like you said, Chaos is actually lapping, and as you can see on his fuel gauge, this guy is just doing and keeping consistent laps, even though his tires are really. I don't know if he pitted. Did you see him pit, Jess?
Who? Chaos Fury? I don't think he's pitted yet.
Yeah. No, I
hasn't.
mean, this guy has been running on those tires from the beginning, doing 23 consecutive beautiful laps. It's very beautiful to see. He's right behind. Oh, look at that, going understeer there on that beautiful corner. Very tough corner, corner 5, and yeah, it's amazing to see. Oh, the consistency. And there we have the Wheezy getting behind Jock, getting there. Let's see that Mercedes and Audi. Beautiful battle, and look at those extra horsepowers getting him right behind that Audi and into that corner. Very beautifully taken, very beautifully defended, by the way, by Jock. He's keeping that position, not giving it away, and there we go, sector 2 on the defensive side, both of them. Very tight, and he's really. Yeah. Let's see how tight they are on each other on those corners and keeping that line. Very tough team, Simmons, huh, Jess?
They are keeping it together, though. Wheezy is a strong contender. He is leading this championship. He's pretty much scored. Oh, I swear, we just lost 2 people. We're down to 10 drivers now, but let's forget about that at the moment and concentrate between Wheezy and whoever's behind.
Who did we lose? Who did we lose?
I don't know. I really don't know. We just lost. Because we were. I swear we were on 12 drivers and now we're down to 10. So.
All right, we'll have a look into that.
Oh, it's Clown Chaos.
But that's kind of strange, right?
Clown Chaos, our last week's race winner, has retired. So.
Okay. Oh, look at a bit of an outage of the Wheezy, getting a bit out on that last corner of the race on the straight. And who is the second one who went out?
It was Chaos's teammate, Beats, was out.
Chaos and Beats are out. Chaos and Beads are out. Wow, this is amazing. How did these guys get so out of luck this race? Too bad. Really too bad, huh? Just this is going to be devastating for the championship for them both. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, that's really too bad. Did we have any word from the other one who left?
It was Callum. I think
Callum,
just
yeah.
his wheel, I think, that he had issue with.
Oh my God! Yeah.
He because apparently I think he had a glitch with the throttle, and when he wasn't accelerating, the game said it was, and he spun 3 times and he was out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we just went on the gravel.
Yeah, again, huh? This is he's trying to keep him on the track, but has difficulty doing that. He's also looking at his tires. Okay, something's going on.
What's going on? Oh, we got
All right, hey, we're back on track. Look at that. He's actually on the back end of his tires. I mean, he really needs to go and pit. I don't know if he pitted already, but he's going to have to do something about those tires. Losing the ability to keep the car on the track is I think stopping him from gaining that position.
Yeah, I think obviously because he went a bit off track, that's allowing the guys in front of him to gain a bit of ground, like Jock say, to gain a bit of ground, and for Jock's sake to catch up to Detox. I don't think he's going to catch up because he's about 10 seconds down the road, but that gives Weezy a lot more pressure to get that move done, really. And if he's not careful, Nani can catch up to him pretty soon as well. So they must do all they can right now going towards this. They must keep it in there and keep it together, and you know, they must be on their way. And Chaos is already pulling away. Detox is already pulling away as well. He's about having a race of his own now after he made that move earlier on Jock. So seems like he's not.
Well, I think we're on. I think you're right, Jess. I think you're absolutely right. I think these cars, they're gonna need to get into the stables. I mean, those horses, they're gonna need some water eventually, and this is gonna be. Yeah, I mean, they have to go and get back into the pits. You can see them a little bit more struggling to keep the car on the track. Detox is doing an incredible job at keeping his car, keeping his bull by the horns and keeping it there, and he's really pushing it still. So that's very astounding. Next to Chaos Theory, really dominating this race completely. And haven't pitted yet, so extraordinary performance there. We've got the Wheezy getting closer, getting there. He's really pushing it to get it there, to get close to Jock and get that position. Before he's going to pit, after he's going to pit, I don't know. But this is definitely something that, oh there, look at that. On the straight, gaining those extra yards, getting close to him. And then back the Audi, accelerating a little bit faster. And look at that, good cornering there. On the end of the track, last corner, beautifully taken.
Yes,
Jock still in front.
But Wheezy has found a little bit more temps that lap, so this could be his chance. Obviously, Wheezy's in the murk. I think his chance could be in the start-finish straight, Clue. And look at him, he's right behind him. Now he's going side by side, going into the first turn. Oh, that was close. That was close from this two. They've got to be extra careful here, approaching these next set of turns, because if they bump into each other, then I wonder what conversation they're going to have during the race. And that is not going to be pretty, I must say, if they do hit each other. But I think this is the only league that I commentate on that they don't have much drama, really. They get along well, and if they make contact, they apologise. So there won't be that much controversy anyway. So I think did Weezy get that move done? He must have. Yeah, he did in turn 1. So already Wheezy's on a charge. So very, very impressed.
Yeah. Ooh, outage from Jock there.
Jock went wide. Very, very.
Outage. Yeah, he went wide. But like you look at this. This guy needs to go into the pits, and he's overtaking. He's getting there, you know. So it's pretty aggressive from Wheezy, getting his car to gain a position before he needs to go into the pits. So he's really not losing any time. Ooh, a little outing there. He's really not losing any time getting that time to get that good position on the championship. And another outage from Jock on that kink. So what do you think about the Simmons team? Because this is extraordinary. They're really doing a good job here.
We've got one in P1 at the moment and one obviously in P3, and it could be his 4th podium. And I think the GT3 Championship is all about consistency. You may not be getting wins, but I think the person leading the championship at the moment, Wheezy, he hasn't got any wins, and usually the person leading the championship has got a win, but Wheezy hasn't, and that's because he's been getting P2s, P3s. He's probably gonna get another P3 at this race. If he keeps this up, he is making sure that he catches up and make sure that he gets the gap he needs to get that podium. I know he may want the win, but surviving is another goal here, and he's doing that well at least. And he's one of the new drivers, obviously, in season 12, and obviously there hasn't been in AOR, and he's already been definitely a dark horse, and is definitely going to challenge people for the championship. And obviously Moo, who was our reigning champion, he's having a bad race at the moment. He was leading the championship last week, having a bad race last week, and then obviously now he's back down to 5th. He's going to drop way down the championship if he's not careful. So I wonder what that's going to cost him. But I think good job I'm following Moo actually, as he is going to make a move on the one American. So he's going to go on our left hand side, and he does that with ease actually. How did he make that move down that corner? That is very tricky, and he does that amazingly. So props to Moo as he tries to make up for lost ground, as moves now up into 8th place, so he is hanging it in there, but Seppel's 45 seconds down the road. So I caught that quite nicely, and I'm pretty happy with myself. So yeah, Moo is on a comeback, and I think he can cope.
Well, you've caught that quite nicely indeed. That was very, very nice move from Moo, getting on that Canada corner, getting it done. I mean, you see that even though those guys are on the backside of the race, they're still fighting for spots, they're fighting for positions, they're keeping the race together, and with respect, because look at this, we haven't had a lot of touches this race. Players getting good endurance, and like you said, to compete, Moo has done good racing so far. Very, very consistent racing. And he has a lot of skill, so he's using it, and he's getting there, and he's just saying, okay, let's race, let's do this. We're halfway right now. I mean, nothing is done. I mean, we still have to, this is the good thing. I'm actually moving back up to the Eagle. We thought we were gonna have a battle, but Gnarly is in the pits, getting his fuel and probably his tires.
Definitely his fuel, by the looks of things.
Yeah. and what do you think about their team? What do you think about the Eagle and Gnarly? What do you think? How are those guys gonna keep that position? Because they are a lot of they're good, consistent drivers, but they're pretty surprising, going a bit erratically around the track. What do you think, Jess?
Eagle has been suffering a bit of damage recently, but he's not letting his troubles go at him, and that's why he's still where he is at the moment in 5th place. And again, he's going to be a force to be back with in this championship, the same for his teammate as well. So they're all right. And to be honest, what we've seen in Xbox One Tier 1 is probably been the closest Xbox One Tier 1 that we've seen in a few seasons actually. I started commentating on season 10, and definitely season 12 right now is the closest we've seen from these guys in terms of skill level. So to be honest, we come to every race that we don't know who's going to win. There is no dominant person who wins every race like we've seen in previous seasons. We have seen different winners win each race, and the only one person that's won at least twice is Clown Chaos, and he's out of the race. So we're going to get a different winner here, more potentially, because Moo won the second race, and obviously he's further down as well. So yeah, we are definitely going to get a different winner here. So we are basically our third winner in 4 races. So that is pretty incredible. I've never seen that in a GT3 League before, so it just makes things very tight for the championship, and I won't be surprised if we see Eagle winning races in GT3 soon. Only time will tell, I think. I can see him improve and improve. He's been practicing a lot more recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's actually been working on this track, and like I said, he was lacking a bit of confidence on the beginning. He's got the skill, you know. You can see it. He's aggressive. He's stable. He does good times, and he gets his car to the limit, and that is very important. And I think he's, like you said, capable of a lot of things, as his teammate Gnarly, by the way. And they're gonna need to do a little bit more. I think they're gonna need to get a little bit more consistency out of it. I think consistency is my word on this race, by the way, like endurance. But to see him doing this enduring race with his co-driver still on the race, it's very good, very good. And in the championship on overall, he has been pretty good. Let me see. We have actually a very good position on last race, like you said, and yeah, I think this could be our favorite for this race. Good lap times, and let's see how he gets his car to the end.
Yeah, and don't forget, so he's a net P2 right now due to the fact that obviously some of the guys in front of him have not pitted yet. So he's still in a good position going into the last 15 or so laps, and as I was saying, right on cue, Detox in the pits, so Eagle's going to gain some more positions at this rate, and I think a few of these guys are pitting on low fuel, which I think is maybe the right move, but Detox missed his pit box. That's cost him a bit of time. Oh my word, as I was saying.
Valuable seconds getting away from him. It's actually like the painfulest thing to see, the most painful thing to see if a driver misses his pit stop. Go on, Jess.
Yeah, it's just horrible. So I feel for him, but he can make some ground, and he doesn't get much damage anyway. Detox is now down into P5. Don't forget Chaos, I believe, still yet to pit as well. How much fuel is Chaos? Because I do remember he's not that bad on fuel. He's doing quite well. So I think you have to pit at least lap 37 to take it as mandatory.
I think even earlier.
Earlier, or lap 36. I don't know. But
it's incredible how those tires are keeping up, by the way. Because the track is actually getting warmer and warmer as we are evaluating in the race. We started on, I think it was 16 degrees Celsius in the beginning of the race with a race temperature of 40 degrees. Now we're probably getting about around 48, and the ambient temperatures getting around 25, 20, 26. So these tires are actually performing even better as we move along the race. So the only thing I think for now, keeping Chaos from the track would be his fuel. You're absolutely right, Jess.
Yeah, so that's why it's keeping it together, and yeah, he's doing well on his tyres, because it was quite hot for a minute there, and he shopped it, so he's managing his tyres very well. He's coping a little bit, so he's had very good car control for pretty much most of this race, so Obviously, the fuel lasts about 3 litres a lap, like he said. So, he's going to have to pit. Obviously, he has to pit anyway, because obviously due to his mandatory pit stop. But if there were no stops, he probably would have had to pit anyway in that window anyway. So, and I think, quite comfy. He's still going to be in the lead, I think. He's still going to be in the lead. He's got a bit of a gap. Moves right behind Gnarly right now. Thank goodness we called that up quite quickly. But he's around about 2 temps. So, Moves on a mission. He's on a charge again. He wants to get as much points as possible. He doesn't want to be last, I can say. But looks like I think he's having a better second half to this race, I think, more than the first. I think he's going back to his old self and making some very good overtakes, which you won't expect usually from another person. So that is why he's a reigning champion. He's flashing his lights. He's still got his lights on, as a fewer people have got at the moment. So he's either like, it looks like obviously he's not lapping him, but he's like getting a bit frustrated, I think, because obviously he can't overtake yet. But he's doing very well to cope as much as possible as well. So it's very glad to see on as well. And Chaos Theory's been experiencing consistent laps, and so has Moo as well. Moo and Chaos are the only people on the 2-minute 9s at the moment, as well as Wheezy. But Chaos Theory's in the pits. He's in the pits, so he's going to pit. Obviously, his fuel's running out anyway, so it was a given. So I wonder where he's going to come out of. And I'm not sure if Wheezy pitted or not. I'm not entirely sure, but
and Moo took. I'm sorry, Moo took just the position. Oh, look at that, side by side. On the track, Moo takes the position. It seems the Lambos are a bit faster, and somehow they can gain the position. Let's move, like you said, to Chaos Theory in the pits.
That was a good pit stop. That was a good pit stop. He didn't mess around. He didn't mess around, and I
he didn't wait for coffee.
And his teammate just gone past, so he's not going to lose that much position. He's coming in P2, so not a good pit stop. He only lost 1 position. He could be pretty happy after that, and he's quite comfortable to get it to the end. He's got to warm his tyres a little bit more though, but very, very good from Chaos Theory. So impressed with his performance so far, and obviously with Wheezy still yet to pit, I believe Chaos Theory is still in the lead. So good strategy from him, and obviously he's one of the returning drivers here, so he's got to make a statement. And I think it was another driver that I was hoping he'll be in the championship fight, and he could possibly be in the championship fight. He's 4th at the moment in the championship, but if he gets the race win today, he's going to climb way up. So that's definitely going to help him as well, kind of going into these last few laps as well. So he's got to hang it in there, as Jock's not that far behind him either, and Jock I think still has to pit as well. Yeah, Jock still has to pit, because he's on 14.4 litres of fuel, and his tyres are getting quite hot as well, so they have to be careful
his oil temperature as well. As you can see, Jess, his oil temperature is also rising a bit, so he's gonna really have to get into the pits. As I move down the grid, what about the One American? How is his race going?
Bit of mixed bag, I think, for One American, actually. So obviously he's seen the guys obviously retired after him, and he's not quite in our space at the moment. But obviously Moo overtook him, Gnarly overtook him, and he's down in 9th. So I think he's just concentrating on running his own race. I think his main goal is to survive now. That's his aim, I think, and that's what he's doing, and he's coping with that. So that is all he's got to do. And sometimes starting on pole may not be the best, and he buckled under the pressure a little bit after lap 3 or so. But he's still hanging in there, and he's still in this race. So that's an achievement in itself from the One American. So pretty good as well. As Jock is in the pits for his scheduled pit stop. And there he goes, as he's probably going to go on for a similar tyre as well. I think Eagle's going to go past him as well. So yeah, Eagle could be a P2 once Wheezy pit. So, yeah, Eagle's going to be in a good position. Well, can we just check Wheezy's fuel a minute? Wheezy, oh, he's running out of fuel massively. You'll have to pit. Because obviously you'll have to pit the next few laps for your mandatory pit stop anyway. And if he doesn't pit soon, you can get a penalty for it. So, and obviously there's 3 litres of fuel per lap. Yes, he's got to pit next lap, otherwise he's going to run out of fuel, and that's going to be a cost effective. So I wonder, is he managing his fuel, or is he going to pull a shock and be alright? I think he could cope, but it's going to be ever so close.
Well, yeah, if he's not pitting this lap, he's either praying in his car, or he's talking too much strategy. Like you can see, we have Chaos Theory, we have the Simmons team leading this race by far, and still you see the Wheezy actually getting his car to the end. I'm gonna stay on him for a while, if you don't mind, Jess, just to see how this ends.
That is fine, yes, as we've still got, I think Wheezy's been another guy who's been quite fast as well, but not as fast as Chaos Theory has as well. Obviously Chaos Theory went to the pits, that's why he's so phew. Wheezy's gone into the pits. I'm relieved because if he didn't go into the pits, I would die. And oh my word, I'll just be so gutted if Wheezy doesn't pit, because obviously he's been very strong, consistently in terms of races. So Chaos easily goes past him. He's pretty much in the lead now. So as long as he doesn't bottle it, he's going to be okay. And Eagle will probably be in second. So the order might stay where it is, but will Wheezy go ahead of Seppel? That is interesting.
I think Seppel is a very, very, very good driver, and 3rd position on the championship, getting his Porsche, which is actually astounding between Audi, between Mercedes on these tracks, to see a Porsche getting this position as well. Very strong car, very strong driver. They have a very good connection with this race. I think they also have a very good connection with the overall races so far. Will he get to that P3? I don't know, but he's getting very close. So this could be very, very well a nice surprise. Also for him, because he already pitted, he already did his mandatory pit stop. Did he change tires? Probably yes.
Yeah, Seppel has. I remember Seppel pitting earlier on, because otherwise he would have ran out of fuel by now.
I missed that. So look at that, getting past the Wheezy on this position. Yeah, exactly.
But what I think he was doing, I think he was still trying to warm his tyres, Wheezy, because obviously they're very, very cold compared to Seppel.
Exactly. Yeah, very good analyzed. This is ooh, going a bit wide there, getting that car. He really needs that position, Seppel, and he's right as well on this carousel turn. This very, very big turn on a. This is very high speed, all of it high speed, and you see that Mercedes keeping on the back of the Porsche, getting his car closer and closer. Ooh, look at that! Warm those tires before attacking, and look at that, and he's going for that position. He tries to keep his car on his back.
So, my word, Wheezy and Seppel are 2 very strong characters, 2 very strong drivers. So this battle can go to the end of the race, I'm sure. Chaos Theory's on lap 35 right now. So we've pretty much got 9 or 8 laps to go. And Seppel and Wheezy are still fighting, so that's good. But Eagle is still pretty in 2nd place without his damage. Well, he did have suspension damage, and he's still comfortably in P2. And it just goes to show, never give up on racing, even if you have damage, because you could be in this position, and that's where he is. And he's learning to fight from those mistakes, so that's what he's doing right now. So I don't think he's going to catch up to Chaos Fury, I don't think. It's going to be a win for Chaos, but Wheezy, he's still got some chance to get... Once his tyres are up to temperature, he can get the move on Sapple down. He can get third. Or will Sapple stay where he is and he will get a position? I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see as Wheezy... Oh, Sapple has hit the grass quite wide there. So that's going to allow Wheezy to possibly get a possible move, maybe. That could be tight, as he's around about 4 tenths behind. We've still got... Oh, I think... Oh, and the One American's now up into 9th. This Coconuts is down in 10th. Moves in 7th at the moment, so we already had a change of the guard at the moment. So, like Coconut, like One American, he's going to be running their own race, actually. That's why we haven't been following that much. But Wheezy's got so many chances. I think he's going to do it, but the question is, when is he going to do it? It is going to be absolutely tight, potentially, to possibly get a potential move done. But you never know. You never know. They might surprise us all with what they can do. But we will watch these two carefully, and once one of them is ready to pounce, we will catch it up for you. But at the moment, looks like they're not budging, and Sapple is saying, nope, I'm not letting you have that position, Wheezy. P2 is, P3 is mine. That's what he's thinking.
Exactly. I mean, look at that on that straight. I'm actually interested how Wheezy is going to handle this straight. He has a little bit more horsepower than his contender. Looking at, I'm interested in seeing how Sepple is going to defend. Oh, how Sepple is going to defend that position. Very, very nicely. Ooh, you see that they know they know that they can feel each other on that track, and they're saying to each other like, don't do this, don't go there. Even though they're pretty far from each other, you can feel the tension, and there they go again on those straights. So the Mercedes really has like the big smile on his face, saying, I got the straights, you know, I got that long straight, I got that top speed. So what are you gonna do? And you see the Porsche really defending very well.
Wheezy.
Oh my god, Wheezy going wide. You see the tires, those hard tires, they need a couple of laps to really get hot, and you can see that biting him where it's not possible to bite, and ooh, going wide again. He needs to be consistent, needs to get his car back on track before he can get Sepple. I can assure you that.
Yeah, he's got to get into a move first before he could challenge Sepple for the move, because otherwise he could make mistakes like that. But I am afraid if Wheezy doesn't get that together soon, his chances of possibly getting P3 are over, and that could be his first non-podium finish of the season. So maybe it's too little too late. Maybe he's made a few mistakes on pushing a little bit too hard too early. But yeah. But meanwhile, Detox is catching up to Joxay quite quickly though. So we could potentially see a battle brewing there, but you never know. He's already catching up around, I think he's around 1.9 seconds behind Joxay at the moment. So it is doable. It is not impossible.
I think he will. Oh, he's really gaining fast on Jock. In the 2-second range right now. You can see him really going fast. What do you think about Detox? This race, he's been all over the place. He's been in crash from Jock.
And Detox easily goes past him. What was that mistake there?
Oh, that's too bad.
That. Oh.
He lost it. I think he lost control on the right beyond the Canada corner. I don't really see what went wrong. I didn't see what went wrong. Maybe I don't know. That's really too bad. Probably suspension damage he's got. You can see it on the front left side of the car. I mean, he's staying in there, hoping for his life, I think. If he can do those 5 laps without losing to Moo, I don't know, because Moo is coming.
So I'm a bit wide.
Yeah.
Like, Moo's already starting to gain a little bit on him already.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. And
oh.
now I think Jock's losing time. It's not Moo gaining time. It's Jot losing a bit of time there, but it is a tough one to call, I think, to see if JessGames can get the move done. You never know with that situation.
Honestly, Jock didn't start really well off in the beginning of the championship. Actually, on the 9th position, actually on this championship, he's actually doing a pretty good job going so far. So it's really too bad to see him getting out of control of the car and losing this position. But I think he's a consistent driver, and he will show us more. I think he's capable of much more. He's really doing a really good job actually, because doing 37 laps and staying on this mid-range is really nicely done on his part. So
yeah, good job to him.
Seeing this is really too bad.
Yeah, good job to Detox for avoiding that collision there, but JessGames, he's already got Moo catching up, so it's a worrying time for Jock, but for Moo, this could be another point to get positioned as well. So, very tight. This race has gone so much quicker than I thought. That's why I like endurance races here on Project Cars 2, because it definitely brings an element of challenge, I think, for these. And we're already seeing challenges already for pretty much all these drivers, apart from Chaos Fury. Chaos Fury has been trouble-free. I think the only person that's been trouble-free. Everybody else has either gone into the grass or have made contact with someone or had a bit of damage. So, yeah, as Moo's going to make the move on, I think it's Jock. So, yeah, it's pretty much a given, really. Jock was struggling ever so slightly to use that spin, and he's losing a lot of time. So, that is another position gain for Moo, and he's up into P6. So, I wonder if Jock didn't make that mistake, would he have challenged Detox for the position?
Maybe. I think he was pretty good and consistent. Was he attacking? No. He was just defending his position. So the stress that Moo, or let's say Detox, gave him probably caused the accident before. Seeing him getting closer and seeing him getting more aggressive probably maybe caused something that Jock didn't get under control. Was he was if he didn't make that accident, he was very capable of finishing the race on P5. So it's really too bad to see this happening, getting a bit out of the track there. Yeah, but I think it's a part of the race. It's the race itself. You have to live with it and look at him go. He's still doing this. So keeping on position 7, he's got a gap of about 20 seconds. 29 seconds with P8. So if he can just keep it on the track, keep his times in order, he can pull this off. And I think he's pulling a bit on his steering wheel right now, because he has some suspension damage. You can see on the car as well, a bit of damage on the front. This Audi is going to make it to the finish line. So he's doing a very good job keeping this car where it should be. And I'm actually interested now in the Wheezy. Are his tires now getting in order so he can take on Seppo?
Yeah. That's a bit of lag there I've just noticed on his screen, but I think it's back to normal now for him. But yeah, he's 1.6 seconds behind him. So could we see a last lap battle from them? Well, yeah, those two have been highly close. Pretty much, I think since lap 33, I think, when the pit stop window is.
Yeah.
But Wheezy's found some more ground. I think he's starting to warm his tyres a bit more. I think he's getting to that rhythm now. He's not struggling. He's not. I think obviously that last corner we just seen, he usually hits the grass, but he doesn't anymore. So P3 can still be his, but Seppo's not letting Wheezy get in P3 that easily. So this could be, you know. It might be a little too late for Wheezy, but you never know. Seppo's got to be on the defensive and Wheezy's got to be on the attack. There's no one direct threat in front or behind them, so they're going to be comfortably fine battling, and then the nearest challenges behind or in front of them are going to be alright, which is a relief for those two, to be honest. Oh, Wheezy! Wheezy, what have you done? He has gone into the grass there. I think it's game over. He was getting a little bit of time, but I think he's lost it now.
It looks that way. Every passage you do in Project Cars 2 on the grass will definitely have influence on your tires. So this, and again, he needs to. Yeah, he's kind of stressed right now. I think he's really saying like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose this position. But has done also a very good job, and his car has done an incredible job, by the way, getting him so far on the track. Seppel is hard. Yeah, it's a hard part to swallow. You can't take Seppel that easily, and seeing Wheezy on this position very strongly on the championship, he will just bring it home, and hopefully he will not do much outages until the end. Do you think? Let's see a bit on the back of the track. We have the finishers, the one American, Gnarly, and Coppernut still on the race, and they're also actually something went wrong in strategy. We have a lot of fuel with Coppernuts. Moo on 6. Looking for the gap with Detox. Pretty interesting. Dual Lamborghini. How are they going to behave, Jess?
I wonder. I think we've seen from previous battles that Lambo has been strong with Moo gaining quite a few positions already, but due to the fact Moo's on, I think, slightly lower fuel, so we could potentially possibly get the Moo, but Detox and Moo, I think, be the biggest gainers in terms of moving position, so it's going to be very close. Just like that was almost contact made with them, but Moo easily got that done there. And we were hoping to see more of a challenge for P5, but looks like Moo had that done anyway, so at least it was an overtake, so but Detox might be struggling on these last laps, but you never know. But we are on the penultimate lap of this Road America endurance race with Chaos Fury still leading and Eagle in P2 with Seppel still hanging on for dear life in P3, but I think he's going to comfortably get P3, Seppel is, I think, because of those mistakes that Wheezy has been making. He's already dropped around about 4 seconds. So
oh my God, I just saw Chaos Theory doing 2:08, fastest time. This guy is really.
Oh no! He's in the wall.
Eagle.
No, it's not Eagle.
I think,
it's his
or was
teammate.
it Gnarly?
Gnarly.
It was Gnarly. Yeah, he's out.
Well, he's not out, but he's spun it he's got damage.
Yeah, he spun it, of course. He's out of the track, getting it back on there, getting back on the gas pedal, and bringing it home.
He's got to now.
It's not easy.
His main focus.
Yeah.
He's got to. He's now down into 9th, which pushes One American up into P8. He's been involved in this. He's been the one who's been making less mistakes as well, and that's causing him to gain a few more positions due to other people's mistakes. So that is good. But I'm literally following P3 to P6 like a hawk right now. But I think pretty much P5 is pretty much decided because Detox is losing time due to that spin, and Moo is finding a little bit more grit compared to Detox. So unless it changes Moo.
Well,
and don't forget, Seppel does have a penalty. I don't know what penalty he's got. I think it looks like it's just 1 second, so I don't think he'll miss out much. But we shall see. We shall see as we get on. We're on the final lap then of this race. The Chaos Fury is on the final lap just right now, actually. So I think he's pretty much been dominant from start to finish. We haven't been following that much because I think he started quite. Obviously, he started quite from the back of the grid pretty much, and obviously he clawed his way to the front, and he's known for doing that. In endurance races, he's good from starting right near the back and then clawing his way at the front, which shows he's very good at overtaking. So he's definitely now a force to be reckoned with in this championship, and I can see him do very well in other endurance races, but he can use his momentum to go into next week in the normal race. next week, which I completely forgot where we are next week. But we've still got some good... I think we're in Austria next week, aren't we? No.
Let me see.
I swear
We
we're in Austria
are
next
on
week.
the Red Bull. Yes, we are on the Red Bull Ring.
That's
of course.
exciting. And I think
Yeah,
Theory
very
is
good
probably going to
track.
be strong there. I can tell his car.
Well, it's a fast-paced track, and we're gonna see. I don't know how the Mercedes is gonna act on that track right there.
It has lots of straights.
But
so
yeah, also so pretty good.
I think he looks quite strong already. Oh, Wheezy's found a lot more time on Seppel that lap. 2 seconds. Oh, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. No, it's not. That is unfortunate. I thought he found a little bit more time there. But no, he hasn't. As we
On the
follow...
Canada corner, we have
I think...
Chaos Theory getting in over the line on the last corner. Look at that. Neatly onto the straight. The winner of the race
is...
Chaos Theory is
yes,
Chaos Theory.
What a dominant victory from him. He pretty much controlled it and he took the lead. He stayed there for pretty much the whole race. He nailed the pit straight to a the pit strategy to a T. And obviously, let's follow P2 as he crosses the line. He's very happy as well. Yes, he crossed the line. Is his second podium in a row. Well done to him. And another person who's going to get another podium is Seppel as well. So Seppel and Eagle will say, oh, Seppel's made a mistake. That's going to be close. Because due to penalties,
Almost the commentator's
change
there.
it. This could change. I think. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh! Due to that 1 second penalty, Wheezy gets P3. Yeah. That mistake that Seppel has done has costed him. Oh my word.
Amazing. Amazing how the point system actually works. This is lesson 101. You lose time on the point system, you lose this crucial position for Seppel. Amazing. Even Wheezy just stopped his car. He's on the green, just saying, "What's happening right now?" He just said, "Okay, I'm stopping. I'm number 3. It's okay. I don't need to do anything else anymore." Very good.
Eagle
Let's see. P4 Seppel. Moo also getting there
in the end, which is good.
Eagle. Actually, yes. I was sorry. I look at that.
He's celebrating
nice domination
like he's won
from
the
Audi.
race.
Well, it feels like him. It feels like this. It feels like this for him, I think.
Yeah.
Having to go that stretch, the Audi domination was far to be seen. So to be able to see an Audi in this position was actually crucial to keep all 4 cars competitive. Look at that. 2 Mercedes. We have Chaos Theory dominating the race. I'm an Eagle, 2nd place. Look at that. Very, very well defended. Wheezy gaining that 3rd place from Seppel on the 4th position with 1 second. Or like, oh, no, he had 4 second penalty. 4 second penalty, which is an immense gap to defend. So actually, well done, Seppel. Moo, very well domination. Showing a lot of guts also on the track, going inside and outside. Detox started very well on P6. Very, very good actually. I've seen some really consistent driving. Jock, too bad, went out and on the green, went against the wall even. Keeping that position 7, very well done. And the one American starting on the 1st place, dropping down to 0.8. Also had a bad luck on the start and a 10-second. What am I seeing here? 10-second penalty. I don't know what happened. Probably during the pit stop.
Yeah, probably.
Gnarly on 9. Yeah, and Gnarly also on 0.9 on grid 9, position 9. He's also very good. Was on P4, P5, and lost it due to some mistakes. And Coppernuts also started from the reverse grid position on top, and too bad went back down. We lost Chaos, and we lost we lost Clown Chaos, and we lost Bees.
And Callum
the team
as well.
went off, and Callum as well, of course, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right.
I think someone pointed out in the chat that it was 4 seconds all along, but we weren't listening, so we're sorry about that. But we do have, I think, 2 people on the podium that's joined the party. We have third place joining the party as well for our podium interviews. But let me just switch scenes ever so quickly before. But anyway, let's get on to our P1, who pretty much dominated from around about lap 5 or 6 onwards to finish, really. Chaos Fury, well done on your win there. Very dominant there. Tell me, was that what you were expecting at all in this race?
Not really, no. I mean, the practice we've done, there was a lot of us close together, but obviously the mishaps with whatever happened in turn 1 and people spinning off made it a little bit easier for me.
And obviously you were making your way through the field quite tricky there, because obviously you were starting quite low down the field, obviously used the reverse championship. How hard did you find making your way up the field to where you were obviously at the end of the race, do you think?
It was using the power and the speed of the Mercedes down the straight made it quite easy, to be fair. The only one I had the problem getting past was the one American, because that Porsche was fairly quick in the straight. But the Mercedes was fairly quick enough down the straight to make life easier.
Yeah,
Chaos, if I may, I'm very in a position of saying you did what I would call the perfect race, getting that car as fast as possible to the first position. What do you think was the most difficult part of the entire race? What do you think about the next of the championship? How is that evolving for Mercedes?
The most difficult part of that race was when I was by myself out the front. There's silly little mistakes. I mean, I had one big mistake at the end there, but managed to save it and keep it out of the wall. But other than that, it's fairly straightforward. It wasn't too hard, to be fair. Yeah, just take it one race at a time.
Very well. Go ahead, Jess.
Which you can go very well, so very well done on your result there. Another, I think we go to our second place now. I'm an Eagle. Another podium once again, but this time P2. You had a bit of trouble this race, and then you managed to cope very well and not let your mistakes get to you, and you pulled through. And after the suspension damage you appear to have had, because I think we had a few comments in the chat that you probably had it, did you think you were going to get second, or were you a bit worried that the damage was going to haunt you a little bit?
I knew that if I kept it out of the wall again, my lap times would get me back to second. I just knew everyone needed to pit in front of me, but it's annoying because I've checked afterwards, and if I didn't get the damage, I'd finish 5 seconds ahead of Chaos.
Oh, so that would have been very close as well. So, but
and I put too much fuel in the pit stop, so I lost about 5 extra seconds putting that in.
Do you think that's what cost you the potential win as well, with the fuel?
I think in the end Chaos was probably a bit quicker, but mistakes obviously helped him.
But due to that podium, that's going to put you way up the championship, because obviously your best result finishing there. I think you're going to be...
Matches last week.
Probably the same as last week. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got a second last week as well.
I thought you got third for a minute there, but my bad. You got second. So that again. So we are probably seeing another Mr. Consistent, because we're seeing Weezy being consistent with his podiums. Do you think another podium is on the cards next week?
Never driven the track in this game before, so hopefully.
But I think with the amount of practice you did was amazing. But can you just? I think a few viewers want to find out actually. How long did it take to do your setup for tonight's race? 'Cause apparently it took quite a while.
Started on about Saturday, I think.
Ooh.
And then all the way, there was like a 4-hour session yesterday. And then about 5 hours earlier today. And a few bits and bobs in between.
Holy moly, that is pure dedication right there. So just shows setup is important, and good luck for next week. I will probably hand it over to Chloe to interview Mr. Consistent Wheezy.
Well,
Yes.
Wheezy, I've been watching you, and I've been watching you for 42 laps to be exact. No, I've
It
actually
was a
seen-
very shit race. I'll watch.
Language.
Sorry.
Well, to say Mr. Consistency is actually a very small word. To gain position 3 on Seppel by penalty seconds, how does that feel?
Bad. Seppel was faster than me, but he has 4-second penalty, and he's not honorable. I don't know.
Honorable.
Yes. Okay.
It's not honorable to
way.
gain that third position.
Not very much, but I'll take it. I'll take it. This podium. My race
Well,
today was very bad, so third place was
Well,
a good result.
Well, I honestly to see how you've driven it. Like Chaos Theory said, you have the horsepower, you have the car to keep on the straights and get that position. Were you a bit greedy when you exited the pits and you had those cold tires on Seppel?
That was not a problem of cold tires. I don't take tires, only fuel. So my tires was
Okay.
good. But for all the race, my pace wasn't good, and my focus neither. So I drove very slowly with a lot of mistake. One mistake happened when Seppel was after the pit stop, when Seppel was in 4th position, and I simply gifted him a position, but somehow I'm still 3rd thanks to Seppel's penalty seconds. So
Well,
it was
even though
shit. Sorry.
it was a very good race. Believe me, from our perspective, you had a very consistent race. For the Simmons team, this is a very good result, of course.
Yes, for sure.
And actually, I would like to. Is Seppel also in the chat?
I thought we only interviewed.
Not here.
We only interviewed P.
Oh, that's too bad.
P1 to 3. We don't,
Okay,
so-
then we'll see further on the forum or maybe on the Discord. See how this evolves. I actually have a question for the Eagle. For the Eagle, which is actually was the Eagle. This is the Eagle, like
Oh,
the
God.
prince of the race, the guy that still astounds me, pushing that Audi to the end of the race. How does it feel? I saw you doing some donuts there, Eagle. Did you expect this, P2?
But I'll mute my mic first. I didn't want. I don't want to say I did, but I knew that out of most of the people in front of me, I probably had the pace over them. So it was just a matter of getting past, and then seeing what would happen behind with people getting past. And obviously, it was chaos that got through everything.
Well, you're squeezed between two Mercedeses. You're tied into those two very big Did you feel pressure there? Did you see it consistently moving towards that position, or did you had some fears going up?
I don't really think I was too bothered about that. I just wanted to get to the end of the race. It got to lap like 30, and I was just like, right, end the race, please. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to who was in front or behind, because I had about like a 20-second gap either direction. So as long as I didn't bin it, I was alright.
Yeah. Well, from the beginning of the race, we've seen you actually as a good contender, as a good racer.
Thank you.
And all of the training sessions also, a lot of guys commenting on your skills, and also you weren't very confident before starting the race. So seeing this confidence, how does it feel in the evolution of the championship? How do you feel?
All right. I don't think I'll get very far. I think where I am is probably about right, unless everyone wants to crash and keep giving me second place. That'll do.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Eagle. Thank you very much for that honest answer.
Yeah, and thanks to all three of you for giving us a good race today, and also for the podium as well. So I think we're going to cut the stream to an end here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry about the stream problems at the beginning, but I think from now on, I think next week we will use Xbox Party as usual instead of Discord, because I don't think Discord likes me streaming at the same time. So but hey ho, but we got it sorted in the end. But anyway, thank you to Klugie for a great race, first races commentator as usual.
Well, it was my pleasure. Like you said, the beginning was a bit scared for me because I lost you there. But thanks everybody for staying and listening into this and looking the race entirely, following this championship and following AOR. It has been a delight, and for now it's just give me another one.
I can feel the buzz already from you already, and next week we're in the Red Bull Ring in Austria, one of my favourites. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure Klugie is looking forward to that as well. So thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, Elgato, Thrustmaster, GT Amiga Racing, and obviously Project Cars 2 as well. And I've been JessGames95. Klugie has been Klugie, and we will see you same time next week, 8 PM for the Red Bull, the race at the Red Bull Ring. So have a good evening, everybody, and we will see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.